If you say synchronized chair sitting,
It's not.
That was completely spontaneous.
Hello. Did you guys synchronize your chair sitting?
Yeah.
we do that naturally every time.
We like each other to be serious.
I love that about you guys. So, welcome to the Final Four.
Yay!
Fantastic excitement. I'm Ken Nagel, one of the executive producers here at The 10 Show. And as we all know, tonight is a very exciting night. Now, several weeks ago, we started out with a group of 10 producers. And from that, we've gone down to the final four. Wow. You probably can remember that, I'm going to guess. Does it seem like a long time ago?
I have so much elbow room. It's a little uncomfortable.
Everyone's so far away.
Each other.
I have a whole table to myself, so I'm not really complaining.
What happened here in the middle?
Well, we like each other.
That's
okay.
finally nice. See, you like that. All right, so now you remember correctly at the beginning of that process, we are heading towards the end of that process. And at the end of that process, you will, of course, take home the lion's share of the winnings, depending on who wins. You will, of course, secure the title as the winner of the 10th show, and you will receive...
Yes!
The 10 Show Trophy, which will have your name and all your actors and scripts and everything emblazoned upon it like crazy.
That matches my decor at home, actually.
I know. Who knew we could have something that exciting? So, yeah, thank you, Vanna White, also known as Figueroa.
Is that a bass?
Okay, so now, if you remember correctly, in the first two rounds, you each had a total of $250 to start with. And from that point, you went on to secure scripts. And then you had the expenses of actors and props and all the things that went through it. Some of you had directors, if you remember correctly. Anybody you have directors? I can't remember. Oh, yeah.
Stop.
I never get old, I tell you, that one. But now, let's talk a little bit about what happened on that. We came to this current round, round two. Now, you could see the balance where you started in round two. Whew. From that point, you had the expenses that we talked about. Let's take a look at those expenses. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan.
My whole budget.
Jordan.
I love it.
Is that what it's like for you all the time? Just a big spender?
Oh, no. I don't have to make drop boxes all the time. So.
Did you see how much paper was in her show?
That was a lot of
An
paper.
impressive amount of
Is
paper.
that how you were able to
Yes.
get it exactly even? Because each page was like $1.
350 pages of paper.
Chris, last time you had the low, but it looks like you actually were quite frugal in round two.
I learned my lesson with the four-person play in my first week.
Pretty exciting. Okay, so those were our expenses. And then we got into the next phase. Let's show that next phase. All right, these were the portion of the sales from your tickets. That will also be in play in this round, but you can see that the ticket sales from the last round, Michael, very strong. How did that help you? Wasn't any help?
Well, no, but it's going to help me because I will have more money.
All right. Then we had the next round, which was our back end points, I believe. Let's take a look at those. Pretty much fairly limited, but some back end points among Jordan and Chris. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, for this particular round, we want to increase the opportunity for everyone. So in this round, the final round, you'll have $500. Let's take a look at that. And now the total amount, let's show that particular number. Okay, so you've got something to work with here, but...
Hannah.
Oh, I thought I had 633. I read that email wrong.
Now, Hannah, let's talk about your $663. That's
$3
a lot
short of a
dinero. It's just kind of, yeah, exactly. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm really happy. This is the most money I've ever had.
So, you just pocket it right now and say, that's it. I'm good.
Bye, guys.
See you later. She's out of it. What? No. Okay, so let's think about now what's going to happen tonight. In the final round, we're going to, of course, go through the process of utilizing your budgets. As you know, you'll need to acquire a script from one of our 4 scripts over there. Each of you have had the same amount of time to review the scripts. And as you know, each of the scripts has a $25 minimum bid amount. Somehow I feel like that might not be held in all of the scripts. As you know, you have this war chest that you can utilize. It will, of course, impact potentially your strategy. Some of the scripts have more actors and the like. Now, producers, in honor of our sister show, Enter the Hex, coming this January 2020, we have decided instead of rolling the die, we will utilize the order of the last round in which Michael finished in first position. And so Michael has the honor and the decisioning of selecting which play she will direct. I'm just joking, not joking.
Whoa, I was about to have to take a 5.
You would like to put into play?
Play? I would like to put into play Merry Christmas, Good Soldier.
Okay. Let's get that play here. Merry Christmas, Dear Soldier by David Beach. Let's learn a little bit about this play.
2 brothers visit their father's grave at a military cemetery 7 months after he's died. Near their father's grave is a fresh grave, which a woman is tending to. They begin to chat and find a common trend in their lives through their fathers. Merry Christmas, Good Soldier by David Beach. Minimum bid amount, $25. Cast, 2 male and 1 female.
All right. So this particular play, like all of our plays, came from playwrights around the country. We had a pool of several hundred to choose from. We chose what we felt were very strong plays, but all of them different. I think you've talked about the plays this week. Any thoughts on them? Were there any that you said, oh, I've got to have this play? You don't want to give too much away.
I feel like the plays this week are all very extremely different, and it's magnified for the very last round. Like, they've all been different, but this week, every single script that I pulled up, it was like a completely different world, a completely different surrounding and set of characters. So
yeah,
it's going to be a really cool show.
I think it's going to be a show that you'll definitely not want to miss. So, producers, you have your iPads in front of you. We're going to put 10 seconds on the clock for your secret bid on Merry Christmas, Good Soldier, starting now. Okay. So, Michael, the honor goes to you. Your first bid on this was?
It's a great show.
It is a great show. Strategic bid. All right, Jordan, XX. Chris, XX. And XX. Oh, I love this kind of excitement.
It's too early for Christmas for us.
Never too early for Christmas, folks. But this is not too unexpected. Each of these producers has been here, and they know there's quite a bit of strategy involved. I think we'd all agree. Now, Jordan, you've used strategy in this game. How does it kind of come into play for everyone?
I mean, it just depends on what's important to you. Getting a certain play, getting a certain one out of the way, or a combination of the two.
Yeah, you never know. So, that being the case, we're going to save our discussion with David a little bit later.
Sorry, David.
We really want to talk to him, and we know that this is going to be an exciting process. So, Jordan, it's your turn to put a play into play. Which play will we look at next?
How many times can we say the word play?
I would
At least
like
100.
to go with the Coriolis effect.
Okay. Very exciting. I think the cover itself tells you it's going to be interesting. So let's put that here, and let's learn a little bit about Robert Lynn's The Coriolis Effect.
A man has an existential crisis after getting his hand stuck in a toilet. He calls for his wife to come to his rescue, but her form of rescue is on a different order than what he's looking for. The Coriolis Effect by Robert Lynn. Minimum bid amount $25. Cast, 1 male and 1 female.
Okay. And we have secured a toilet, so we're pretty comfortable there. It was very difficult. Okay, so 10 seconds on the clock, producers. Beginning now, write your bids.
Ooh, dramatic.
Very dramatic. Time's up. All right. Let's start with Jordan this time. $200. I think that's one of our largest bids. That is our largest bid.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Chris. Okay. $350.
I'm sorry.
That's more money than I
600.
have in my bank account right now.
You got to respect that. All right, Hannah, what are you saying?
I must be.
It's okay. I think you meant to put an O between the X's, right? I sense.
It's a smiley face.
Okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Michael.
Oh, there's no point in showing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jordan and Chris, we have Robert on the phone, and I want to bring him in right now. Robert, are you there by chance?
I am here.
Well, we've had the two largest bids for your project, Jordan and Chris. Jordan's bid was $200 and Chris was $350. They're each going to have 1 minute to talk to you. One of the things that, of course, you could talk to them as well, ask questions, but you only have 1 minute. So I'm going to hand the phone over to Jordan, and you have 1 minute starting now.
Hi, Robert. I'm so happy I get to talk to you. I wanted to tell you why I liked your play. 10-minute plays are so hard to, it just like, not everybody can do it. Not every playwright can do it, but you've done something really beautiful where like for 10 minutes, we drop into this house and we get a really real moment and a 10 minutes that could change the course of the rest of their lives. And it's so relatable and it's funny and we have these characters that we learn. And it doesn't have to be laid out for us who they are and what their relationship is. And it's just so relatable. This is a conversation that everybody's going to have or has already had in their life. And I would just be so honored to bring the heart and the depth and the humor to this play. We've got 13 seconds. Do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions, but thank you. I enjoy your passion for the play.
Thank you. Nice to meet you or talk to you.
You too.
All right, Robert. Well, if you could tell by if Jordan got paid by the words per minute that she spoke there, that'd be impressive.
Dang.
I don't know if I have that many words.
I'm going to turn the time now over to Chris. And again, another 60 seconds on the clock, starting now.
Robert, I love your play. This is my life. There is truth in here. And as Jordan said, I teach my speech students that humor is one of our most effective strategies because it opens our hearts and our minds, and that's when we can deliver that gem, that jewel of truth. And I love that this has heart, that there is something going on right underneath the hilarious. And it is hilarious. There is scientific, objective humor here. There's a toilet on the stage, and we say poop in the first page. This is golden. What else? I have a master's in critical theory, and everything begins and ends with the text. So I honor all of the text. Everything that happens pulls from that. And I love Dubuque. I used to live in Anamosa, just down the road from you.
I live in Dubuque, actually. I see it on the screen. It says Des Moines, but I live in Dubuque.
No, Dubuque.
He used to.
Sint Motors.
There you go. Well, Robert, thank you so much for your amazing play. We greatly appreciate it in the 10th show, but it's up to you to decide, will Jordan or Chris be the recipient of the honor of producing your play for the 10th show?
I appreciate both of their interests. I'm going to go with Chris.
All right. Well, Chris. Well, Jordan, I've got to slide that
I'm gonna enjoy
over.
the
That's all good, right?
Best of luck to everybody.
Jordan looks like your bet was in the toilet.
It's
Yeah.
I can never add too many more puns, but
Yeah.
that's pretty exciting. So congratulations, Chris. 350 was an incredible bid.
Yeah.
And I think
You
we've
really
got
bowled us over.
a ways to go.
She's just going to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need-
knowing Michael, there
flush
may
me
be
out
more
before we-
puns.
Yeah,
It'll be
sorry.
flowing out until it's over. Never mind. All right, Hannah, we are prepared for your selection.
Wow, this is going so fast.
I know.
Yeah. I'm relaxed. Can I be snarky now?
Yes.
Start away. We love our snarkiness.
If you could narrate the thoughts in my brain too, that'd be great. Let's do.
Hannah ponders which play she should pick.
Dun, dun, dun.
You wanted your thoughts narrated.
Let's do. Let's do Zombie Hearts Never Beat.
Whoa. Okay. I'm a pretty big fan of this particular art piece as well as Sean Abley's work. So let's learn a little bit about Zombie Hearts Never Beat.
At a truck stop diner in the South that caters to the undead, two zombies find love and happiness. That is, until a government experiment jumpstarts the heart of one of them. Zombie Hearts Never Beat by Sean Abley. Minimum bid amount, $25. Cast, 1 male, 3 female, and 2 male or female.
This is that
Okay.
big fat
Biggest cast
By far.
to date
Yep.
for 10 show.
6 individuals. That is going to be a doozy of a challenge. But let's put 10 seconds on the clock if you don't mind. And producers, you have that time to create your bid. Starting now. It's very zombie music. Chris, any snarkyism that you want to?
No, I shouldn't have said anything because I got nothing.
Now there's pressure to be snarky.
I'm not as smart as the people here.
All right,
What
time.
was it you just dropped about having a master's, though? And
That was
Well,
powerful.
it's a text. I can talk about structure all day long, but
I was
can't
just
be
showing an
funny.
example of snark,
That was excellent snarkyism. Okay,
bordering on some other adjectives.
let's
there,
take a
though.
look at our bids. Let's start with Hannah. $220. Michael, $60. And Jordan, $125. Well, this creates a unique situation, very similar to last unique situation. We have Sean on the phone, I believe. And so we get the opportunity to talk to Mr. Ashley. So, Sean, are you there by chance, Abley?
I am here.
Thank you so much for joining. I think your play has been enjoyed around the 10th show since we received it. So we've been pretty excited for the opportunity to produce it. But I have 2 producers who are both vying for the opportunity to produce your play. And if my memory serves me,
Oh, 200?
Jordan has a bid of 125 and Hannah's bid was 220. So Jordan will talk to you first for 60 seconds. You can ask questions or she can talk or both. So I'm going to turn time over to Jordan and the 60 seconds begins now.
Hi, Sean. First, in addition to my 125, I wanted to offer you 15% on the back end of ticket sales and 10% of potential winnings. And I just wanted to thank you for submitting your play. It is so fun and it's weird and it's got a little bit of gore, which is great. And the characters are super fun. And you know, we always see these movies and these stories about the humans and how they deal with the apocalypse, and how often do we see it from the zombies side and what they have to deal with, their struggles, and it's just so fun. And it's you know, then it whips around and it's got a statement on civil rights, and it's just I would love to work on it. We've got 17 seconds. I have a French bulldog. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
It's practically a master's.
Thank God.
Thanks, Sean.
Sean,
Sure.
thank you so much. But now we're going to hear from Hannah. So I'm going to turn the time over to her, and you two have 60 seconds starting now.
Hi, Sean. Obviously, we all think that your show is fantastic, and that's why we've bid what we bid, and we're fighting for it. I absolutely love your story. I think it's so quirky, and I think that there is power in the message behind it, and I also think that it's just hilarious as a story. With budget, I am really excited for this. Since I have much higher budget than I was thinking, I'm able to put more into it and give more to my actors. So that's what I have going for me as well. I'm willing to give 20% of my back end. It reminds me a lot of Warm Bodies, which I absolutely adore. Which the falling in love and finding your heart again and sacrificing for your person, but also just like the weirdness of zombie and the apocalypse and all of that fun stuff. And that's everything that I have to say. Have a good day.
Do you have a French bulldog?
Well, Sean, I just want you to know I'm from Eagle Rock, so that's got to count for something, right? But I'm not bidding on the play. We have Jordan and Hannah. I don't know, they didn't have much time for questions, but it's up to you to pick which of the two you would like to select to produce your very fun and interesting play.
Can I ask questions now just about the process, or do I just need to pick?
I tell you what, we haven't done that in the past, but it's the finals, so why not? ask a question.
Extend your.
Can I know what their total budgets are?
Yes, they're fairly similar. Hannah's is $633.
Oh, 63.
663.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
double
33,
typos.
33?
$663, and Jordan is $507. They've offered some back end, which is on the ticket sales, and I think Jordan offered a additional percentage of winning. So that's kind of where they stand in that regard.
Okay. Well, I will be completely, brutally honest. I live and work in Los Angeles, and I have been a film producer many times on low-budget films, which I know this isn't technically that, but what I have learned over the years is to never take a back-end deal because they never pay off. So I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go with Hannah.
Whoa! Well, there you go. Well,
Love you.
just so you know, I'm the one paying the back end deal, so it's going to work. But thank you so much, Sean. We really appreciate your play. We'll look forward to working at seeing it on the stage on Saturday. Hannah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us
At every
to
stage direction. I
our
picture
round
somebody
two.
like-
We have Merry Christmas, Good Soldier
never
and
stop.
Queens of the Realm still in play. And, Michael, it's back to you. What will go into play?
Well, seeing as it didn't get a chance before, let's put Queens of the Realm in.
Queens of the Realm it is. All right, Queens of the Realm by Ian August. Let's put that into play, and let's learn a little bit about this play.
400 years after the destruction of the earth, in the land of the realm, two rival queens vie for control of the kingdom. But when Queen Becky the Brave thwarts the royal ambitions of Queen Molly the Magnificent, can all-out war be far behind? Queens of the Realm by Ian August. Minimum bid amount, $25. Cast, 2 female.
They can hear you whispering.
We all love this play. We love all 4 of these plays. To me, they're super interesting and different, but this one's definitely a little different than the Coriolis effect, I think we'd all agree. But
It has an extreme lack of toilets.
so true.
And really why even,
I don't
you
think
know.
there's any poop in. Is there poop in this one? I don't think I
We
know
can
that.
add it.
Okay. I don't think so, without Ian's approval.
Braveheart
Let's have 10
stuffed
seconds on the
animals.
clock. Michael and Jordan, the bid begins now. All right. Time's up. Michael, can you show us your bid? 150. All right. And Jordan, 200. Well, guess what? You're both in the running. But in this particular case, Ian is not available to us, so the play goes to Jordan. All right, now we do have, I believe, the opportunity to discuss with David Beach, Merry Christmas, Good Soldier. But Michael, this is a little bit different for you. What do you think about it?
Well, I'm actually really pleased because my strategy was to spend the least amount of money on a play as possible so I could put the most budget into it as possible.
You know, it's not a bad strategy. I think that strategy has worked well for a number of you at times because there's a lot more to go in this process. We all know we're going to talk about that next, but do we have a chance to talk with David on the phone? I think we do. We're pretty excited. David, I have Michael. Michael has secured the rights, and I'd like to give you guys at least a minute to talk,
Perfect.
so go ahead.
Okay.
Hi,
Great.
David.
Hi, Michael.
So my strategy was to hope and try to keep other playwrights for bidding on the play so that I could get it. And luckily that paid off for me. What for you as a playwright is one of the most important things about this play that you want to make sure gets said in the performance?
The sentimentality of loss and memory.
Yeah.
And connection with the other.
Okay, fantastic. Is there any kind of, for me as a producer and possibly director, is there any particular imagery or set pieces that maybe you didn't get a chance to put in the script that you would like seen?
Just a typical veterans memorial cemetery.
Yeah.
The white headstones. This is a very personal story because my father is at Arlington National Cemetery, and this situation pretty much happened as the play depicts. And so a friend of mine was asking for Christmas plays, and I wrote it. I cried while I wrote it, and probably at the end of 2 weeks of runs, I was able to watch it and not cry.
Well, I'm very, very honored that I get to take on such a personal project, and I really hope that I can do it justice, and maybe we can stay in contact in the future so that we can make sure that the play is getting the performance it deserves.
Great.
Thank you so much, David.
Thanks.
Well, David, we're honored to have your play. I also cried when I read it. It touched me. I don't have a father. I have a father who served in the military, but not who passed away. So it's a great honor for us to bring this play here on the 10 show. So thank you again.
Great, thanks.
All right, well, that was pretty exciting and had a lot of good twists, a lot of good turns in it, but we're not done yet. So we are going to move on to our next phase, which is the selection of directors. So we're going to show the directors that we have available for this week. Ironically, 4 directors, 4 producers, but you do not have to use the services of a director. That is at your option. I will ask you if you are going to be using the director, and if you decide to use a director or not. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use the services of that director. It just means that potential is there. So, Hannah, are you going to be directing or using the services potentially of a director?
I'll be directing this week.
All right, pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Chris, I think I know the answer, but will you?
Do I have to know now?
You have to know
That's
now.
the game, Chris. I'm really laying into you this round. I'm really sorry. I really like you.
You should have dramatic music.
Oh.
Okay, enough dramatic music. Here we go.
But if can we bring in other directors?
No, only if you can bring in an actor, and if the actor somehow is also able to direct, that is a possibility. But a title director has to be tonight.
I'll direct.
Great. Good choice. I think you're proving yourself very skilled. All right, Jordan, how about yourself? Will you be directing or seeking the services of a director?
For this play, I'm going to direct it.
Okay. And Michael, will you be directing or seeking the services of a director?
I think I will be directing this play.
Wow. All right, they're keeping it all in their hands, and that means that they have more funds for tomorrow night.
I think that it just proves that we're all control freaks.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Well, I hope so, because, you know, if you can't control something in life. All right, so let's go to the next phase of our particular show tonight. Let's talk about actors. We all know that actors tend to make and break projects. So we have 3 types of actors that we're looking for tomorrow night. As you know, we have our actors pool, and these are actors that have signed up at the 10 show to be in the 10 show. You've probably seen them for all the rounds before, but of course we're hoping that they will join us tomorrow night for a potential reading. Those actors that get an email or a text from you that are contacted, that would be a nice courtesy if you could do that. So that would be great. The other group is, of course, your own personal invitees. Now keep in mind, as in other rounds, just because you invite an actor to the show does not guarantee that you will secure the rights to that actor. You must be one of the top 2 bids for the services of a particular actor, just like in other rounds. The third group, of course, is if you're watching this show and you're about to hear more about who the producers are looking for, but if you feel like when you hear that you would be perfect for that role, we certainly invite you to come down. You don't have to prepare anything other than to come and read sides. We encourage you to bring a headshot and or your resume. That's very beneficial and helpful to us. But those particular elements, come here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Hive, and we'll go from there. Now, producers, we'll ask you to make a pitch for actors, and if you wouldn't mind, we'll go in reverse order, perhaps with Hannah starting off. So Hannah, you have the largest script that we've ever had, so let's hear about your particular needs for your show.
The
Right.
undead.
Well, I have 6 actors, so it's pretty daunting. But the best part about having 6 actors is the energy on stage. With 2 people, we're able to pass back and forth this energy, and when there is a larger amount of people, it's like fire. It's magnifying. And I'm really excited just to have a space where we all can play and laugh and make zombie jokes. There will be a lot of zombie jokes. So what I'm needing from actors is come. There's not really a preference to your age. There are 6. Justin, 20s to 30s, zombie, nice guy, means well. Lucy, zombie, 20 to 30 years old, smarter than her boyfriend, Justin. Love that. Ruby, 40 to 60s, zombie, career waitress. Norb or Nana. Gender doesn't really matter to me, specifically in the script. 40s to 60s, zombies, diner chef, cranky, changes pronouns as needed. Bonnie Ann, 20s to 30s, zombies, not a very good waitress, but fun. Constance or Connor, any age that looks good in a corporate suit carrying, but this is business, changes pronouns as needed. So what I'm really looking forward to tomorrow is just what you will do with the material. Since there are so many parts, I'm looking for actors that are just willing to play and have fun at rehearsals, and really remember the good spooky days that we had a little less than a month ago. If you are a spooky fan of Halloween, then come right in. It's not done yet.
No, it's time for Christmas.
Yeah, we're going to go right through the seasons.
Christmas is not a sexy holiday.
So that was our longest actor request in the history, but it's only fair. So Chris, the Coriolis effect, a little bit smaller size crew. Cast.
Yes, I have 2 dream roles for a male and a female Middle age would be awesome, but any trained professional locally would love these roles. The dialogue is delicious. There is so much going on in this dialogue. You will enjoy it. Come audition, please.
Yeah, it's going to be powerful. All right, Jordan, tell us about your needs.
Yes, I need 2 women who are, first of all, ready to have fun and use your imagination, and willing to connect with each other. Specifically, we've got Queen Becky, clad in the livery of an elven warrior, and Queen Molly, garbed in the beautiful robes of an Arthurian noblewoman. But really, we're just gonna have fun and bring lots of energy.
An actor's role for sure, as both these are, and this is a super fun. But let's get into probably the heart here.
Yeah.
Michael.
All right, so for my show, we are looking for 2 men and 1 woman. The age range is, I'm pretty open to it, but I would prefer people that can pull off mid-20s to even late 40s or 50s. It's going to kind of depend on who gets cast and what the age range is, because the boys are brothers. Now, I am looking for people who really can make big choices and commit to them. We only have so many days to put on a production like this, and this production has a lot of heart. If anyone has seen some of my last shows, they have been a little bit more kooky and out there and choreographed, and not that this one won't get, of course, all the attention it deserves, but this one comes from a little bit of a different place, and so I am looking for people that are able to really jump into it emotionally and performance-wise. If you read for me, I want to see that you can make big choices, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the right choice, but just show me that you can really make these kind of big, committed choices, and then I would love to be able to work with that. This play is beautiful, but it does have some sad elements to it, and I'm looking for people who can bring realness. Bring me realness. Don't bring me a fake frown. So I'm excited to getting to work with you guys, and I hope that we all can be touched by this script.
All right, so actors, clearly this is like the Mount Everest of acting challenges. You only have 4 days after tomorrow night to pull the entire effort off. So it's going to be a challenge, but I think all of our actors that have participated have been rewarded. We hope that you will join us. So please come to the Hive in Provo at 7 p.m. tomorrow night and be prepared for a cold read from one or more of our plays. If you have a resume, please bring that and share it as well. There's more audition details, including the character breakdowns, available at hivetix.com, Hivetix, just as it says behind me. And also, it's important to note that the only way to get tickets, because you have been so strong in the past, all of the tickets have been sold out except the reserved tickets that actors can purchase for their producers and for themselves. So they'll be able to come and see the shows, but that's really the only way right now because all the other tickets have been sold. So congratulations, and also that means the show is starting to see its value. But of course, you can always watch it online, so that's one of the great things. And you can watch it at Hive Channel 5, just like you're watching this, at hivechannel5.com. So, any final words before we sign off?
Happy birthday.
Oh, yay! My birthday! I know, thanks. Mickey Mouse's too, don't forget that.
Yeah.
All right, so with that being said, I think that's it for tonight. Join us tomorrow night. An exciting opportunity for us to pull actors, to show what they can do right on this stage. We'll be here. We hope you're here as well. And of course, break a 10, everybody.